Who really want war? Who really want to spar with a beast? Race hell, someone better call in a priest. Pardon my speech, but I'm hotter than the devil when I'm high up on a level that a god couldn't reach. I'm a damn.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new series, mini scheme series, where I will be taking playbooks, breaking them down in 3 parts. The first part is me creating a mini scheme out of that playbook. The second part is me using that mini scheme in the season and highlighting, showing the ups and downs. And then the third part is me revising the scheme, any changes to it, and then releasing the final scheme to you guys right here on YouTube. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you sub, turn your notifications on, and hit the like at the end of the video if you enjoy this. This is more educational than anything. It's really just gonna give you guys an idea of how you guys can, how I like to approach the game from an offensive standpoint, all right? If you guys want to get involved on Twitch, go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/problem Wright. That's where I stream on the daily, and we came up with a little poll and decided that Bears playbook is going to be the playbook that we run. So again, if you guys want to get more involved with my live streaming, that's where you guys can find me. All right, so we're getting into Bears playbook. First thing that we're going to note is I'm running Hot Route Master with Dan Marino, so that's why you'll see Tom Brady out here. He is going to be my Hot Route Master for the sake of this video, since there's no practice mode in MUT. And we know that bench press is a meta, so which is why I'm running Hot Route Master. The game changes throughout the year, and I feel like that's where the game is at right now. I think you need to have Dan because he's able to beat man-to-man with some of the routes that he has. So let's just go ahead and scroll through the playbook real quick, see what formations they have. I'm really not an under center type of player. Right now, that's just really not my style. This formation looks interesting though, and I've seen one of my boy Saya run this formation, so it looks tough. Just something to look at. Maybe I'll mess around with that in the season. I'm not really none of this stuff really appealing. Now let's look at their shotgun. They have 17 forms. We'll start with Deuce Close, which is an interesting formation. They have inside zone with the pulling tight end on the left. Inside zones are tough this year because most, I would say at least 50% of people run inside stuff, and that just counters the inside zone. So as you guys can see, look, let me just show you guys. If you look at Aaron Donald, he's gonna light up here on the inside zone. He may not do the get a block shed if he gets double teamed, but he's gonna light up. And if he lights up, that means that inside stuff is activated. So as you guys can see, he will win if he's one-on-one, and most people put him at D tackle. So for the sake of this video, I just wanted to show you guys that Aaron Donald inside stuff is going to activate on this inside zone. So that's not an option running the ball. And again, when I'm coming up with mini schemes, I want to be balanced. I want to have the ability to run or pass. And I think these runs here, this counter run may be what we have to go with, or the RPO, or the read option, I mean. And the read option with Dan, we're just gonna hand it off every time. And again, it's just so we can prevent people with inside stuff from blowing up our runs. So that actually didn't look too bad. We'll try that in season, like I said, as one of the runs out of this formation. I'm thinking this is where I want to go with this playbook, this 2 tight end set, because this wing stack is also another formation that looks pretty good. All right, and with the tight ends, I'm thinking that this is the play. The 2 tight end sets keeps people out of 1-4-6. You're able to run the ball a little bit. See this power O. Again, on power O, anything pulling with pulling guards, the inside stuff on defense will not activate. As you guys can see here, doesn't activate. It's not as good as 0-1 trap, but we're in Bears playbook. They don't got no 0-1 trap out of this, so that's what we're gonna deal with. We're gonna run some power O, all right, out of that shotgun set. So I'm liking these 2 tight end sets for the runs. That's what we'll go with. For the passing game, let me just scroll through here and see if there's anything. Maybe some wide trips here. This angle route is really good. So again, the man meta right now, I'm gonna run some man-to-man out of, let's just say, dime. The man meta is bench press and locking up your receivers. So the way that you beat that is with your tight end and running back. And these two routes right here, they should beat man-to-man. The angle route to the running back is the best route that you can run to the running back. And then the crossing route, the hot route crossing route to the tight end is really good against man. So like for instance, this play should be good against people that just want to run man-to-man defense. And then what you can do is, like I said, put your tight end on a crossing route, smoke screen the left side, and then just decide which one is going to beat man. And you got to also account for the user, because most likely when they're running this defense, running man-to-man, they're with the safety and they're sitting in the box. So if they go guard say they guard the running back here, you go to your tight end and vice versa. Gronk is just so slow, it's embarrassing. All right, so man-to-man beaters right there. That's just something to look at, something to throw into the scheme. If we run this formation, you have inside zone as well. If they don't have inside stuff, inside zone is really good. So just a formation to take a look at. I'm thinking I'm going with those two tight end sets though. I like those sets this year, especially because it keeps people in some run defense, makes them respect the run. All right, we got halfback base, and then we have inside zone out of this. Dagger, this is not a bad formation to look at as well. I'm a fan of this concept here, always, this level sail. So the reason it's good, you get high-low, and then corner routes, they win against man-to-man, especially if you have a good tight end, Finley, Andrews, even Tony G. Like, the corner route is going to be really good, especially in MUT. Like I said, you get those good tight ends against linebackers or even against some of the good cornerbacks, and they're really solid. So I'm really showing you this play really just for this concept. Like I love the corner table route concept. It's just something that I've always liked, and I've always used it throughout every Madden. Table route corner, high low. It's a really good concept. And then like on the backside, you can go something like this. So you got like the corner route, whip route. Again, it's high-low on the backside, and then you have the skinny post to Miller on the left, like to split cover two. Maybe it beats man-to-man. Just ways that you can approach offense. Again, high-lows. High-lows are really, really good against zone. So you got the high-low on the right, and now with Dan Marino, in this instance Tom Brady, I got the high-low on the left. I notice a blitz, I could just throw the whip route real quick. You got the quick little check downs, if you may. Let's see here. All right, so formation to look at again, Trey White flex. Maybe we mix this in, maybe we don't. I'm thinking we do. So high-low with that. Trey White flex. I don't really like the bunch wide forms. Not really a fan of those. Let's see if they have any QB draw. The QB draw is pretty good this year. They don't. And I'm really not a fan of this formation. Used to like that formation. Really not my thing. Nah, I don't like that. All right, so I'm thinking we spread as halfback base. I like base this year, and this is my favorite passing play out of spread. And throughout the years. Again, I love the table route, and I love where this seam on the right, the tight end, it just splits cover two. The thing is, this game is really not a cover two game. Most people run 3 or 4 if they're running zone, and then if they're running man, they're running man. But in the past, I've liked how that tight end splits cover two. I'll show you where it goes against cover two if I can get the defense in cover two. That's not cover two. Hold on one second. If they're in zone 2, you can look right side. This is man-to-man defense. That dig route should win against man, especially if you have slot-o-matic on your slot on the left. It should win. Keyword should. So that dig route's actually killing. All right, just something to look at is the spread form. Again, I like that it has halfback base out of this too. I'm really a fan of halfback base this year, especially because like I said, 50-50 on whether someone's running inside stuff or not. All right, so spreads to look at. But I think our scheme is going to come out of these two formations, our mini scheme. All right, so Deuce Close and wing stack. For Deuce Close, we'll start with any of these passing plays. The good thing about Dan Marino is that you could create whatever play you want, right? Because he has the hot routes. Now, what I like to do is, again, high-low with the right side of the field. We got the table route and we got the corner route. The corner route, if they have hard flats, if they don't have hard flats and they're running zone, we'll throw underneath. All right, so let me go into a replay. Oops. Go into replay and show you what I'm talking about. This is zone right here. If they don't have a hard flat to guard this, you see how this guy comes down immediately? I'm kind of scared of that. It looks like a hard flat. So I'm gonna go here. All right. So we'll throw the corner out in between the corner and the safety that's down in the flats. Now, if they did have a something to guard the corner route, but sometimes they have both. That's what I'm saying. You have to figure that out for yourself. If they did have something to cover the corner, then we just throw the check down like right there, the table route. All right, now what you can do is you can go tight end over there. What you could do is backside high-low as well. So not only do you have that right side, I just got pressured right there. It was a random defense from the computer, so they had me flustered. Not only do you have the high-low on the right side, but you have the high-low on the left side as well. So if they're running man, the whip route's really good against man. Corner route's really good against man, as you guys can see there. I want them to run zone here. I just have them running random defense. See how that zone comes down? We throw the corner out over the top. So it's really good that we could do it to both sides with Dan Marino, because like I said, and you can do high lows a bunch of different ways, right? You can do flats, you can do whip routes. I got sidetracked. What I was saying is it's really good with Dan Marino because we can do that to both sides and create whatever we want with the hot route master, as you guys can see there. So not bad. I'm liking this, and again, they have to worry about the run too, which is good. The corner routes are really good against man too, the hot routed corner routes. So this is going to be kind of what I want to do with the passing game. We can also do pretty much this stock play right here. Maybe not this exact setup, but the double drag, since the tight ends don't get pressed, we can go double drags. Put some speed at tight end if you can. And then if they're running like man-to-man, the drag should be really good. If they're running zone and it's backed off, you can also dump down immediately. So just mix in the high-lows on the outside, and then once they start worrying about that, you go double drag. Ooh, that was a good defense. You go double drag, and then hopefully you can beat them right over the middle of the field because they're so focused on the outside, if that makes sense. Right over the middle, you have a little wheel route to help block. All right, so that's kind of where we're going with this. We have the outsides covered, we have the middle of the field, just double drag, easy check downs. Let's see what else we can come up with here out of this Deuce Close. I like this backside dig. So you already got you can go high-low right side. You go Gronk on a drag. Howard's clearing for you, and then you have the backside dig. It just makes people have to worry about the center of the field too. So like a user might have to be there and worry about the center, which is also a nice thing. Corner routes are good against man. You see man defense, you just throw the corner. A lot of the time, I mean, if they have one step ahead like Ramsey has, it may be dangerous, but I love corner routes. Those corner routes have always been really good against man too. Table routes always an option because you got people that run zone. So this may be a play that we mess around with. Again, middle of the field, they have to respect that. So this is a nice little mix-up. I'm liking this little formation. I think this is kind of where I'm going with. I'm gonna run a little bit of this, plus plus we got the little run plays. I'm liking this. All right, now we can audible as well, since it's 2 tight end sets. We can audible right over to this formation, and it's a formation that I'm gonna look at as well. We'll just see what they got. I don't know what this wheel this little wheel route on the right looks like in game, but it looks pretty cool to beat zone right there on the right sides. Interesting play. Let me go ahead and back out so we can just come out in that play. All right, mesh spot is cool because we got the double drags, PA read. So PA read, for instance, again, I take concepts and apply them to other formations. Like, I just love the idea of high-low to beat zone. So if they're running zone, if they have a hard flat, we got the high-low on the right with the table route and the corner route, and then on the left we have whip route and the crossing route to the tight end. So that there's 2 high-lows for zone. If they're in man, the whip route, corner route, and the crossing route win against man-to-man. I'm not sure if X wins. I would imagine that it does. If they're in some sort of set like this, you see how they have 1 down lineman? So say your opponent, this is why I like coming out on random plays, because I can just show you guys different scenarios immediately. I don't have to go back to the play call screen. But if they come out in this, when you're running a 2 tight end set, you simply just audible to inside zone. And you just take your chances, all right? If they have inside stuff like these guys happen to have, which is why Aaron Donald just went fucking crazy, you have to run a different run than inside zone, all right? But inside zone is a solid little run. Even if they have inside stuff, I would say still run it. I would say still run it, just because, like, if they have 1 down lineman, I'll just take my chance. I'll double team the inside stuff and just hope that he gets blocked. All right, so that's definitely an option. All right, so let's go back to this play right here. We got high lows against zone, no hard flat on the right. If there's no hard flat there, I'm throwing the table route every time. I'm gonna show you an instant replay here. I'm looking table route on the right. This guy backs up. All 3 of these zones back up. Backed up, backed up, backed up. And that means no hard flat. So once he gets into his cut, I'm gonna release it. He cuts right on the release. Easy. And then I have Barry Sanders there and he's gonna go fucking crazy. All right. High lows, both sides. Crossing route. Really nice. I'm liking this form. I'm liking this little 2 tight end little scheme we coming up with. And I want to see this in game. In game is going to be part 2 of this video, and then part 3 of this is going to be the final play setups. What I liked best, how people were playing man and zone, etc. Like I'll give you guys the final setups. You'll even have written setups in the description of the YouTube video. Make sure you guys sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, so you know when everything goes live. No hard flat, we check down. I'm liking this. All right, so we got this play. Let's just look to see if we have a couple more plays out of this form, and I think we're set to take it into some games. You don't have to get too complex with what you're doing. It's a lot simpler than what you think. All right, so I want to see this against some zone. This is man-to-man. Let's see if any of these routes win. The dig route won. If they're running man, I like to know if any of the routes, like any of the unique routes, beat man-to-man. So if they don't even beat it in practice mode, I don't mess with it in game typically. All right, so you see this little weird little angle route. This didn't do anything against man. He won against man. The digs are really good. So this is just a streak that's not going to win. Table route's typically not going to win. This little wheel route didn't win. So if they run man and I'm in that particular play, I know I'm screwed. All right, so what I would do with this play is we go table route. We have this route to beat zone. A is going to stretch the middle of the field so B can win against zone. And then on the backside, we're going to go whip route, corner route. Those both beat man and zone. All right. Just a little check down. It looked like he was backing up, so I just threw that. Let's run this a couple plays, see what happens. Again, 1 down lineman here. I'm running inside zone, and I'm IDing, or I'm double teaming Aaron Donald. He should be taken care of. He wasn't, but we're still able to run. I'm not sure what my right guard was doing. Anytime I see 1 down lineman, I'm running. Even something like this. This is quarters. I'm double teaming Aaron Donald, and I'm taking off with inside zone. So like that's the good part of running these 2 tight end sets, is that they can't just disrespect you on defense and run just wild ass all 1-4-6 quarters, dime, anything crazy. All right, I think this is where we're going. So they run man, and we notice man to man. We could throw the corner route or the whip route. That just, don't worry about the results of the play in practice. That's just Jalen Ramsey winning against with 1 step ahead or some shit that he has activated. All right. Whip route, not the best read I've ever had. I'm liking the setup. If they're in zone, we could immediately throw the streak to the tight end. I want to see this B routing. Oh my God, they blitzed everybody. That's one of the downsides of random play in practice mode. Sometimes they just do some wild. All right, that was man to man again. I was looking right side trying to see if it beat zone, but let's go to the instant replay and see what man to man did against the left side. This should beat it. I just wasn't looking there. Yeah, I just had to throw this on the cut. That's gonna beat man. Whip route, beat man as well. So again, those 2 backside routes, if they're in man, should win. As an offensive player, you got to figure out if they're in man or zone. You can also do this too. All right. They're running man like so. You just throw the corner out right side. All right, I'm liking this. I think I'm going these 2 tight end sets. We'll take these into some games in part 2, and I'll come up with the scheme and figure it out. Like if this is something that I like to do, if I'm liking this setup right here, you guys will get the final setups. You'll get the written setups, all that on part 3. But part 2 will be the highlights and lowlights of a full season and MUT head-to-head out of the Bears playbook. It's going to be these 2 tight end sets is where I want to go with it. I'm thinking that this is the play. All right. Hope you guys enjoy this series. Like I said, it should be more educational than anything, and hopefully it can help you guys get a little insight in how I like to play the game and how I like to come up with my schemes and try to develop schemes while playing head to head. I'm really not a practice mode guy. Like, I know I'm showing you guys in practice mode, but I really like running stuff in game because it gives you, not only are you're getting live reps against people that are actually doing adjustments on defense. It's just more, the game has always ran better. It ran differently in head to head than it does when you're playing practice mode. So like, I like to get the live reps, but this and like I said in these videos, I really just want to give you guys a little insight in how I'm thinking about the game and what I'm like, what my mind is thinking as I'm coming up with an offensive game plan and how to attack people that are playing a certain way, running a certain meta, etc., etc. There's zone right there. I was waiting for something like that to see. That was a cover 2. That little route, the little wheel routes, that short wheel route on the right got open against cover 2. Actually looked pretty cool. But yeah, let's take this into a season, and you're gonna see a lot of this 2 tight end, me going back and forth between Deuce Close and that wing stack out of the Bears playbook, and just coming up with a final scheme and running it against people and seeing if I can have any success with it. Maybe this is something that you guys could use. All right, I'm out till the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you sub, turn the notifications on, hit the like. See you guys next time. Peace.